Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the first half of my foundation routine, and this half is going to be my drugstore foundations. I thought that I would split this video up into two parts, high-end and drugstore, because I have a lot of foundation. So the first foundation I'm going to mention is the L'Oreal True Match. So I have three here. I've got this one, which comes in the pump bottle, and this is in 1D. And then I have the same, which is in 2N. And then I've got this one in N1, and this is in different packaging because I got it from America. And these two are the packaging that we get here in New Zealand. And this 2N is my fake tan shade, and this is my normal shade. And I'm obsessed with this foundation. It goes on so beautifully. It looks just like natural skin. I think this is probably like one of my absolute favourite foundations for just having like beautiful natural looking skin but still looking flawless. And I have like repurchased this, and I will like forever repurchase this. I love it. So next on the L'Oreal theme, we have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and this is again in the American packaging because the shades in New Zealand don't have enough shades to get one light enough for me. So this is in 101 Classic Ivory. This lasts so long and it will actually stay on your skin all day. And yeah, it's like matte and I really like it. So then I also have the Pro Glow, which I got from America because this isn't available in New Zealand yet, so I shipped it here, and this is also in Classic Ivory. This is in 201 Classic Ivory. And this kind of lasts for the same amount of time as the Infallible Pro Matte. This one is like super duper glowy, like your skin is glowy, like you are radiant to stay. I probably don't like this one as much as the Pro Matte, but I do like mixing these two together, and I feel like I get the perfect finish that I'm looking for. And they're also like pretty good coverage, like medium kind of like buildable coverage. Yeah, they say on the back that they're medium coverage. One of my favourite foundations, this is the Revlon Colour Stay, and I've got a few of these because I love this foundation. This was my first ever liquid foundation that I got, and I just was like randomly in Farmers one day and I was like, oh yeah, I'll try this foundation, and I loved it. So I have the shade Sand Beige, which I use when I'm tan, and then the shade 150 Buff for when I'm like not tan, and then I have another Sand Beige, and then I've got one in Natural Tan, and I use this a lot for when I'm doing other people's makeup. This is one of the darkest shades, and I usually mix this with Buff to get like perfect shade for someone. And I use the combination oily one because I feel like I don't really have oily skin, but this one I feel like it goes on better than the normal to dry skin one. Yeah, so I love this. It lasts so long, and yeah, I'm obsessed with that foundation. I have the Australis Stay Put Longwear Foundation. I haven't actually used this in so long. I used to mix it with my Sand Beige in my Revlon because that was like a little bit too dark for me. I don't really feel like this does that much for me, like just a foundation by itself. Like, it's fine though, and it's got SPF in it, which is good, but yeah, when I finish this up I probably won't repurchase it. I don't really reach for it that often. Now I have the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. This is the lightest shade in Ivory, and this is way too dark for me. This honestly goes on like orange, which I really don't like because, you know, I'm pale, so if I'm buying the lightest shade I want it to be pale. This doesn't stay on as long as I would like. You know, if I'm going to put on a foundation I want it to last from like 9 in the morning to at least 6 at night because, you know, if I'm out all day at uni or at work, like I need it to last. This foundation is like meant to kind of improve your skin over time as well, like improve your skin pigmentation and all of the above, but I didn't really notice that much with it. So like usually I'll use this and I'll mix it with something because yeah, I'm not like obsessed with it. Designer Brands 24-hour full coverage. So you can see that I did use a bit of this. I used to love this foundation. When I first got it, it was like amazing. It was like full coverage, lasted all day, and then all of a sudden like something happened. I don't know if like my skin changed or this, you know, like it was open for too long or something. I've only had it like less than a year. I've had it like 6 months, and all of a sudden it like turned to crap on my skin. It like would sink into my pores, and it was like not like sitting on my skin properly, and it was just horrible. Like I put it on and I just wiped it off because it was so bad. So I don't really know what's going on here because I used to love this and the colour was so good. It only comes in 4 colours, but the lightest one was good for me, so I don't know what's happening. I need to kind of try it again. It might have been the primer I was using or something, but I don't know, so I need to try again with this. But I did really like this. CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. This is in the shade 105. I'm pretty sure this is the lightest shade. I really like this. It lasts a long time. It's kind of like a light to medium coverage, which is nice because I usually wear a full coverage foundation, so sometimes, you know, in summer I like to wear something that's a little bit lighter. And I really like this. This has got a good colour and a good like finish, so yeah, like I really like this. I've repurchased it. I think this is like my 2nd or 3rd bottle or something, so you know, if I repurchase a foundation then it's pretty good because I have a lot of foundations. Rimmel Stay Matte. This is in 100 Ivory. Again, I think this is the lightest shade, but it is way too dark for me. So I can't really use this. I haven't used this in ages actually because it's just way too dark. And this is a mousse foundation. I don't really like moussey foundations. I don't like whipped foundations because I find them quite hard to put on. Like with a beauty blender, it just kind of separates. It doesn't go on properly with a brush. Sometimes it just goes everywhere. This is really high coverage though. So if I was like going out just for a few hours, I'd probably wear this because yeah, it doesn't last that long, but it's really high coverage, and if I had a tan then I would wear this. This is the Revlon Colour Stay in Whipped. So it just comes like this and then it's like in there like that. So yeah, again, this is a whipped formula. It's not my favourite. I got this in 110 Ivory, which is a shade lighter than my normal liquid colour stay. I definitely did not like this as much as my normal colour stay. I feel like this didn't last as long and it was way harder to get on. Like, you know, I don't want to like stick my finger in just like this like moussey like look. So I don't want to stick my finger in there. Like, look, it doesn't even like come out like that, you know. It's really thick and whipped. Yeah, so I don't actually use that often. I definitely prefer the liquid pump version of this. Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in the shade 120 because for some reason I couldn't get the lightest shade when I was buying it, but there is a lighter shade which I feel like would be a better colour for me. This is fine when I've got fake tan on. Oh, it's kind of fine like now actually. Yeah, I've almost finished this bottle. I really like this. This like lasts, it kind of, if I'm touching my face, like sometimes I'll like touch my face like down here or like up here or something, then it will come off, but that's like because I'm touching it, it's not going to come off just like living your life. So I'm fine with that because, you know, I know that I'm kind of rubbing it off myself. I really like this. I haven't tried the dewy and smooth of this. I feel like this isn't actually like super matte. Like it says it's matte and poreless, but I don't feel like it's not glowy, but I'm not, you know, matte. So I'm happy with that, and yeah, I really like this. Like, I think that this actually works for most skin types. A lot of people that I know who have tried this actually really enjoy it, even if they have kind of like combination skin or whatever. So yeah, I really like this one, and good job Maybelline. Australis Don't Sweat It. I just picked this up on the weekend, so I haven't actually given this a full test. I've only worn it once, maybe twice. This is supposed to be a water resistant foundation, and it's supposed to be like sweat proof and like humidity proof, so like if you're in a hot climate and you're getting kind of oily or sweaty or whatever, this isn't going to come off. Yeah, this didn't actually last that long. When I wore it, it started to break up around my nose and like my chin and everything, and it was getting super oily. So like I really needed to like touch up my powder because I was looking like pretty shiny. I don't really look shiny during the day, and I was looking shiny with this, so I'm not sure, but it is like quite a high coverage, so that's good. And I need to try it in the water as well because it says water resistant on it, so if it is, then that would be awesome for summer. I love that. Yeah, so I will get back to you with an Instagram about this when I've tried it a bit more. So Collection, I feel like, is one of those brands that it's either like hit or miss like crazy. I absolutely love their concealer. I think it is awesome. And what else? I love their purple mascara that's awesome. I had another foundation from them, and it was the black one. It was called like matte, or like 24-hour matte or something. I literally threw that in the bin because it was shocking. It was way too dark for me. It like sat like so ugly on my skin. Did not enjoy that. This one is really nice. It's light coverage, so again it's nice if you just don't want something like super full coverage. This is porcelain. It's definitely not porcelain. So I'll wear this if I got a fake tan, because you know it like works better when I've got a fake tan. It lasts like a decent amount of time. It lasts most of the day, like, you know, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, and this is, so this is actually supposed to adapt to your skin colour. I don't really feel like it does that much, because, you know, I'm quite white and it still goes on quite dark, so it's fine. I'd possibly repurchase it just because I don't really have many light coverage foundations, and sometimes that's nice, but, you know, it's nothing special. And my last drugstore foundation is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. I don't know why this packaging is like this, because you can't see anything on it. Anyway, this is the Acne Fighting Foundation, and I love this. This is so good. So this has actually got salicylic acid in it, and it actually helps to like fight breakouts. So I'll put this on. If I'm having like a full face breakout, I will put this on. It's a little bit dark for me, even though this is the lightest shade, Porcelain again. Yeah, so I'll mix this sometimes, or if I'm having just like a certain kind of breakout, like, you know how sometimes you have pimples and they just like are a little bit open, a little bit gross, I will put this foundation on them to kind of like dry them out a little bit, and so that I'm not getting any other foundation in there. Like, you know, some foundations will clog your pores and everything, so I don't really like having those on my pimples, so I'll put this one on. Yeah, but I really like this because e.l.f. is such a cheap brand. This was like $5 or something, and I think it is awesome. I've tried another e.l.f. foundation, and it was the Flawless Finish one, and that went straight in the bin. That was shocking. So yeah, good job e.l.f. on this one. So that is all my drugstore foundations. As you can see, there's a bit of a recurring theme with the fact that none of the colours are light enough. I think that you're going to find out with a lot of drugstore products, though they do not have a large shade range. If you're super light or super dark, drugstore foundations, it's going to be really hard for you to find one that works for you. What I do use a lot though is my Body Shop Lightning Drops. These are like a lifesaver. I've already used like half the bottle because they lighten your foundation. So I love those. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that, you know, choosing your next drugstore foundation is going to be a little bit easier now. Anyways, give this a like or a thumbs up or whatever you do if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.